Hey everybody, my name is Akara. Welcome back to Let's Play Fragile Dreams. In the last episode we finished the hotel and we are resuming our trek through this 600-meter long sewer access tunnel. We've got a couple of wandering spirits here to deal with. And for some reason they decided to space them out pretty heavily in here, so that you fight one and then go for a while, and then fight the others. It could be that they are doing that so that you have a good area that they can push you back to without accidentally despawning the encounter. Because that's the thing that happens with birds, and especially with these wandering spirits in later areas of the game. So. This guy is stuck. Man, more? Another stuck one. I think that does it. Great. Okay, well. We don't have any space for this. If we use this instant curry and then toss our old weapon, we can pick this guy up. And that's good, because the next enemy is a new enemy, and also one that is best dealt with using our new weapon. I mean, everyone will eventually, but thanks for reminding me. Cool bucking antelope. That's finally some graffiti that I recognize. This glowing light in the distance is our new encounter. This enemy's name translates approximately to Heartless Machinery. As far as I understand it, it is a security droid. Because it starts shouting things like, if the ID cannot be provided, you will be removed. It spits out a taser and also tries to ram you. Most weapons, when you hit it, it does not stun it whatsoever. And so, you know, if you're using like a standard pipe or golf club, you get a 3-hit combo and then immediately have to start circle strafing it because it's going to try to do some attack. The mallet, however, you can provide enough impact that you will knock it over and kick it out of its attack animation. And here we are at the end of the tunnel. And now we have an incredibly long ladder to climb down. I'm back with coffee. Welcome to our new area. You see these placards that indicate for the, hypothetical sewer workers where they are in vicinity to the city above, which is a neat little touch. And over here in this very large room, we have a convenient map indicating what this area looks like. So that's us. We came from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to work our way around in a circle. We're trying to get to this pressure tank area. So we should check that path out first, but there's plenty of other stuff here. So we'll check out this tunnel, head to this tunnel, and then travel through these hallways and exit out here, and then head on through the second hallway into the area that we have left to explore. First, we should empty out our inventory, because we have a lot of money items and whatnot.
It's soothing watching the flames. Hey, is this?
I looked upon those 7 girls, no longer breathing. I recalled the word Deathbed. In that bright white alley, they lay there lifeless. I didn't think to explore the cause behind it. Death cannot be overturned or reversed. It stays right where it is. It doesn't go anywhere. The only reason I spilled tears was because of the wretched shape I was in. I had no memory of being loved, especially not at first glance. The day they were welcomed into their homes, they were given heirloom bells. It proved that they were loved, like family. In all my days, I'd never been given a bell. And yet here I was, alive, while these girls, who were supposedly loved unconditionally, were dead. It might have been poison, perhaps even disease. Maybe I too would be whisked off by the cold wind of death. Either way, I was alive. A part of my heart scoffed. Serves you right. Just look at the evidence. You ridiculed me, and I survived. You paid the price of cruelty with your lives. Behold, I'm alive. But no matter how much I yelled, none of them opened their eyes, and my tears didn't stop. As I picked up one bell after another off the floor, I swore to myself that I wouldn't grieve over them. Not after I'd endured such suffering my whole life. I had the right to mock their life and death. The sound of the bells that were not mine echoed in vain through the air, like the tolling bells of a funeral.
That is the first of our next series of memory items. upgrading to tuna. And just in case, let's pull a backup weapon out, because we do have a lot of ground to cover, and we haven't been having the best luck with weapons lately. First things first, let's check out this path that heads towards the pressure tank. Hi, kitty. That sound is the audio cue for a new enemy. This enemy's name is Voice of Resentment. As you can see, it's a very angry spirit that is carrying a sign and throwing fireballs. It's dealt with pretty quickly though. We do a good deal of damage right now, especially with the added benefit of the strange red drinks. So they go down pretty quick. The trick is getting to them in time. This path is blocked off by what looks to be the roof collapsing from one of the earthquakes that have occurred. So I guess we'll have to use those hallways that we saw in the map earlier to see if we can get to the back entrance to that tunnel. Proceeding in a counterclockwise fashion, we've got the next tunnel. And another Voice of Resentment. When you finish attacking them, they will teleport. They will attempt to teleport behind you, and then start throwing fireballs again. Fireballs are actually seeking. If they can head up in the air for long enough, they will start to home in on you. And the only way to deal with that is to just hit them out of the air like a baseball. But due to the area that we're fighting these guys in currently, it's not really something we have to deal with, because the fireballs just hit into the ceiling and are dissipated. So while they look scary, this is honestly the best place to fight them, because they can do so little to you. As we saw on the map, before we head to the left from that door, we should head to the right, because there's a little room back here, a storage area. While heading to the left would just take us further into the map. Got 2 crying women to deal with in a very small area, but this is something that we've gotten pretty accustomed to at this point in the game. And also, we're getting really lucky with the opportunities to attack. So, it's dealt with pretty quick. A bunch of chalk drawings of angry looking women all staring at you. No wonder they were crying. And more jellyfish. Well, you know, we couldn't have interesting encounters the entire time. Ooh, an item. Oh, candy. That's really useful at this point in the game. And there goes our weapon. Alright, well, time to switch to the bamboo sword. That's why I brought it. Here in Archives 1, we have some crying women that I am having a heck of a time trying to find. This is extra dangerous because we have such a weak weapon in comparison to what these enemies are capable of taking damage-wise. I mean, I know that we have enough space. We just need to rearrange this. And there we go. Let's switch to the mallet because it does so much more damage than the bamboo sword. And I guess we'll see a little bit more about what the moveset for the mallet looks like. The mallet's moveset is very similar to the pole arms, you know, the butterfly net and the bamboo pole. You've got your standard strike, your short charge, and your long charge. The difference between the short charge and the long charge is that the long charge is capable of hitting multiple enemies, while the short charge is only capable of hitting one. Just like with the bamboo pole, the short charge is the most powerful hit that you can do. And the downside to the long charge is the long recovery. But it actually works pretty well with these guys because jellyfish move so slowly and just kind of mass around you like a cloud, which is perfect for a whirlwind style attack. But it's broken. So back to the bamboo sword. At least we got some money out of the deal. Before we head that way, we should check out the end of this hall. That past turn and this one up here, both of these signs basically indicate that this is a stairwell, which will take us back to the large room that we started in. Our inventory is full. and we find a room with some drawings on the floor and what looks like moonlight, but it's apparently just a blue light bulb. We'll head out this way and make for the campfire that we know is waiting for us, because we have a lot of stuff to get out of our backpack.
It's soothing watching the flames. Wow.
I'm sorry. I hope you get this, Mom. I wanted to apologize to you for so long. This might not ever reach you, but I'm sorry for what I did. It's all my fault. It was a lie, so please smile and say it's okay. If we survive this, I'll apologize in person. So please, forgive me. I'm going home now, but this is a memo for when the end comes. If someone else sees this, please tell my mom for me if you can. I'm sorry for being selfish about this, but please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die yet.
Cough. Cough, cough, cough. From beyond the tiny window, fitted into the side of the tiny house, a raspy cough could be heard. There was a tiny bed in the room, where a tiny human child's body lay resting.
Honey, you know you have to get some sleep.
The scolding came from a tall woman who entered the room. She'd come to put out the lantern as she rubbed the boy's back.
No,
He replied, shaking his head.
I'm not sleeping. Henri might come back home.
Oh, sweetie.
The mother's face was troubled. It was easy to see she knew something. She knew that the Henri the young boy was waiting for was not coming back.
Henri's coming back. I know she is. She always comes home. I gave her a red bell. She's my little sister.
Ah, so evidently Henri was this little boy's sister. I continued to watch them in silence. Thinking about the boy, I was reminded of Henri, who was even tinier than her poor, sickly brother. Once, she came to visit her big brother. He was so pleased and overcome with love for her that he gave her a red bell. Although I was not there, I could picture the scene already.
Well, if Henri does come, I'll be sure to wake you.
I know the sound of Henri's bell better than anyone.
Henri's bell was small and red, but she was no longer with us. Her red bell was only here because it had been stripped from her dead body. As I looked up at the moon, I recalled the words, desecrating the dead. What I was about to do was the epitome of spitting in the eyes of the dead. That was exactly what I was doing. I had already abandoned her corpse, and now I was adding another sin to my list. But this was my revenge. It was the perfect thing to do. This was my revenge on her for calling me mangy. I called to the boy in a delicate voice. I rang the bell, the sign of his little sister that the boy claimed to know so well. The window opened. Henri? The boy called to me. Yes, it's me. It's me, Henri. He stretched out his arms to embrace me. What happened to you? You're all scruffy, he asked. I looked nothing like the beautiful little girl he knew and sounded nothing like her either. Only the red bell remained the same. My revenge was secure. I'm Henri. Henri, with her red bell. The youngest little sister embraced by her brother's small arms.
Ah, we meet again. 'Tis such a wonderful day.
Well, it's a good thing he stopped by, because we are fresh out of useful weapons. Let's get ourselves a golf club with our newfound wealth. And I guess that'll do it.
Well then, this is goodbye.
We'll put that in our briefcase because it does no use to us, as well as the cat food and this pole. Switch this guy in. And I think that's going to do it for tonight. When we come back, we will resume finding a way to the end of that tunnel. Thanks everybody for watching. See you next time.